you were somehow able to, express yourself. 99.99% of girls are not able to, get out of that box. Uh, how do you feel about that? Because it's also Hindu girls that we speak about. I mean, you look at a lot of our states where gender and patriarchy define the lives of millions of girls.
I did that, but it came at a huge price. It was a lot of, it was very, I wish things were easier. I wish there was more encouragement. I wish I didn't have to defy my family, larger society, neighborhood, and all of that. Either there's a choice. You be a good daughter, good sister, or you be this horrible person who nobody likes and they're almost ashamed to call their own because she's always fighting and asking questions. So I think, Quran Sharif starts with Ikra. Ikra means war karna, padna, ponder, reflect, study. And sadly, that is missing. So I have a huge problem. Everybody talks about Prophet's first wife, and I must tell everybody that Hazrat Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, our Prophet, his wife, Hazrat Khadija, was actually a businesswoman and he was employed by her. And she was a trader, and there were caravans in those days. And the Prophet worked under her, and he was many years younger than her. They say he was close to 40, and he was 28. And this is before the Quran dawned upon him and the revelations happened. But can you imagine that he was her third husband? She'd been married twice before, and she was his first wife. So that is also Islam, but we'll never talk about that. So when you talk about Sunnah, which is Sunnat, which is, of course, there's Quran, there's Sunnat, the way Prophet led his life. Nobody talks about that. And for the longest period, in fact, after she passed, did the Prophet marry others? She was the one when Quran dawned upon him that she took him to a Christian person because he was very agitated. He didn't know what was happening to him. And she was the one who actually ensured and found out that this is indeed prophethood. These are verses from somewhere else that are coming to him. So such a huge role she played, and we don't talk about that. Why is this not part of Sunnat? And see how
And you would question that.
I would question, I said, but real life is not like that. For instance, there is no caste system in Islam,
Right.
but in India there's caste system. The concept of dowry is not there. But in Muslims in India and subcontinent, there is dowry. So I couldn't get it. I said, हम लोग मुस्लिम भी हैं, पर मुस्लिम women मस्जिद भी नहीं जाती हैं, कश्मीर में जाती हैं, यहाँ नहीं जाती हैं, तो religious duty तो है, congregation क्यों नहीं allowed है? I just was going crazy with what was happening. And it was just very obvious. It's just very basic stuff.
So, the entire discourse that one reads about, I'm no scholar of Islam, but the discourse is more towards the religion. What about things like education, skills? I know you are passionate about talking about these and, then trying to bring about a change in the larger community.
I want to say this. Every WhatsApp group, every khutbah, the sermon, religious sermons that are there from every masjid, every congregation that happens, it's always about क्या हो रहा है मुसलमानों के साथ, कितनी ज्यादती हो रही है, persecution, maybe some real, most imaginary, but it's never about how to get into starting a startup. Where do you avail money from? How can we study better? What is the counseling that is needed for the children to go ahead? How can we make things better? How can we work on a cooperatives and Muslim women can have some access? It's never about that. And that bothers me wherever I go. Now, people say, why am I in the BJP and why am I so comfortable in the BJP? Can you think of any other party that would allow me and encourage me to speak on triple talaq and banning of it?
What do you feel about that? Prime Minister Modi, of course, and the BJP pushed that in. There was the other opposition parties, the Congress, Samajwadi Party, the leftists, completely against it.
I remember in Kanpur, we have this biggish old house and we have the oldest Urdu newspaper. And I remember women coming in, Baby Baji, Zubeda Khala, Sultana, many, many women, same story. Husband is divorced, the letter has come or he's just told them off. They have 3 kids. They don't know where to go. He's married again. Same story, different ages. And I just would see them and I would just be so angry. And I said, this is not right, baby Baji. And I used to be too small. So I was too young. So I wasn't allowed to speak. But it just made me very angry. But sadly, do you know the hypocrisy of All India Muslim Personal Law Board and all these leaders that triple talaq is not even part of Quran Sharif.
Right.
So you're going against Quran because you have to spite BJP.
Most Muslim countries around the world don't
Don't
even have
it.
that provision.
Yes,
is
don't
not
have
there.
it. So imagine Pakistan doesn't have it, Bangladesh doesn't have it, Tunisia doesn't have it, Turkey
So
doesn't have
why
it,
were
Morocco doesn't have it.
why were we
But
holding on
must
to
have
it?
This whole thing of minority appeasement has been very bad for our country. कि मुसलमानों के वोट मिल जाएं, औरतें तो कुछ बोलेंगी नहीं, मर्दों को फॉलो करेंगी. I think that has costed us and as a country, but more importantly, as Muslims.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching this clip. As you know, we are taking a deep dive into some complex issues and decoding them for you. So don't forget to check out more content on our channel. And also, we'd love to hear back from you with your comments and your suggestions. So let's explore together.